What's up, team? This is Ruben from TGE, and in today's video, I want to show you how to get the best entries for your trades, whether you're doing puts, calls, whatever that is. This video is going to show you how to do that, and then the tool that I'm using for that. Okay. First, I'm going to show you that I'm going to go over a trade that I took. Where is it? Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay. So this trade, it was Costco. We got a 25% return. I'm going to break down how I got the entry, how I set up the exit, and how you could do the same thing, essentially. This is really, really simple. Okay. You want to keep trading as simple as possible. So like always, the first thing I do on any trade is like, where is price action inside the Gextron levels, right? That's the main thing, because we need to figure out what the key levels are. We're going to let Gextron tell us what that is. Okay. So in this case, it's we're going to find, oh, wow, those puts are coming in. Okay. So the first thing that we want to find out is where are the max results? Okay. For Costco, it was really simple. Big bars, right? It's the tallest bars. 950, 920 for max pain. So big support, big resistance. We have areas of interest. 935, 940, maybe 945, maybe. Okay, so now that I know that, the next thing I need to know is where's P-trends, okay? I wrote an article here that explains this chart, okay? And P-trends P-trends and N-trends are like the transition when you go below N-trends level, that's the transition to a negative bearish sentiment, right? To bearish sentiment for that ticker. If you go above P-trends, that's a positive transition. You're going into a bullish state of mind. Now, this is for short term, okay? So N-trends, the way we define N-trends in Gextron is it's the first negative gamma bar marking a shift towards a bearish sentiment. Everything to the left of the strike tends to reflect put dominant behavior. Okay, so if we go back to Gextron, you see here, like for example, it cannot be 925 because we have a shift here on positive number, right? We have a positive. If you hover over it, you see how the net strike changes the value. It'll reflect that bar. So it goes from negative to positive. That doesn't count. Okay, that's not an entrance level. Here we have 920 strike, starts negative, and then it just continues negative all on the left-hand side, all the lower strikes. This is negative. This is a good entrance level, 920. Okay, so now for P-trends, it's the same thing. We go back to the article. It says P-trends, the first positive gamma bar, signaling a shift toward bullish sentiment, okay? Everything to the right shows an increase in call dominance. It doesn't get easier than that, right? 927.5 was the P-trends level here because every other bar here is positive. It's call dominant, okay? So we like that. So the next thing that I do is that I go to my chart. And you could use whatever chart you're using. And I'm going to clear this up. I'm using, I don't need this either. I'm using TradingView, and you can see here I mark it 927.50. Okay, 927.50 is the P-trends level that we just said. And then we have max reward, which is 950. You can ignore this line. This line doesn't matter. Okay, and then we had WEM. Okay, somebody wrote a comment saying they don't know what that means. And they're like, I don't know what DEM, EM, implied volatility. Okay, EM stands for weekly expected move. Okay, you can find the weekly expected move for a security if you look for an expiration with the W parentheses. It stands for weekly. Anything that's daily, which you'll see with a lot of like ETFs and stuff, it's DEM stands for daily expected move. So what's the daily expected move for that given ticker? For Costco, early in the morning, I marked it. Usually I like to do this 15 minutes before the market, after the market opens, was at 944.69. That's the weekly expected move. Okay, this has a hit rate of 70%. Okay, 68 to 70% hit rate. This is one standard deviation for this. So all you have to know is like, okay, where's P-trends? What are realistic targets? What are key levels? Gextron does that for you. You don't got to do any hard thinking. The way I got this number was really easy. I got the expected move, the EM value, and then I added it to whatever the spot price is. That's the weekly top, the weekly bottom. You subtract and then you add. Really easy math, right? Okay, the next thing that I did was I analyzed price here. You got to analyze price. And before the market opened, I saw that price was staying above P trends. And then today, Thursday in the morning, it was bouncing off of this level again. Okay, this was bullish to me. And on top of that, we had some volume here backing it up. Okay, so then I took the calls and I alerted everybody inside TGE Max to get calls. Okay, and we got calls, and that is how we netted a 25% return. This was about $140 per contract. Okay, if you have 2 or 3 contracts, that's a whole daily salary right there. That's really nice. So if you have more contracts, that's even better. That could be people's monthly salary. All right. With that being said, how was I certain to get above this level? Well, one, I like that we stood above it, right? P trends twice, right? This is 30-minute time frame, so it's a pretty good time frame right here. But the other thing, if you don't know about candlestick patterns, okay, you see how we went down? This is a reversal candlestick, right? This was clearly going down, and this candlestick right here broke the previous high. Okay, that's a reversal, right? And then this candlestick right here, which was still Wednesdays, broke above this. So this is bullish. We reversed, and this is called a continuation candlestick now because we're continuing to the upside, which was this reversal from the downside. Today was a good sign because we pulled another continuation candlestick. So we got in around this area, and we sold somewhere around this area. Okay, we don't have to get to the weekly expected move. All right, we just want to make some money. Okay, sell into strength because we don't know what can happen. You can see here we went a little bit above, and then now we dipped. We may break above this line. I'm not sure, but that's beyond the point. Besides the point. Okay, the point is the best way to get the entry levels is just wait for P trends. That's the best way. This is the best way. Okay, because when you get close to P trends level, this is like a final support system. And then you can just take it to the next area of interest or to max reward. It doesn't get complicated. You're going to do the same thing if it was for puts or for the downside, right? You find where entrance level is, and then you take it to the next area of interest, which would be 900 in this case. If it gets below 920, take it to the next area of interest. The closer you can let price action hit these key levels, right? Preferably P trends to max reward. That's a good call entry. If you could go from 920 or from entrance to the next area of interest, that's a good put entry, right? Just wait for price to get below entrance and as close as possible, and then execute. Okay, don't wait like 2 hours later when the ticker's already down more than way below the entrance level. Like you got to be on top of that. Okay, so that's it. That is how you find the best entries for your trades, for your option trades. Get as close as possible to P-trends. See with volume and candlestick patterns to see if it's being supported, and then take it to the upside, right? And same thing for puts or to the downside trades. All right, that's it. If you have any questions, I will just drop them in the comments down below. And if you want to test out Gextron for like 7 days and you want to talk to me so I can help you set up Gextron for your trade strategy, let me know. There's a 7-day free trial in the link down below in the description box. And I will see you on the next video.